Good day to you out there in the lovely internet land. Welcome to another Heroes of the Storm game presented and hosted by me, Travis, on Green Carpet Media. You found and you stumbled across one of the areas on the World Wide Web that isn't so formally visited on my lovely YouTube channel. So please leave me a subscribe if you will. We are going to start out a wonderful game between two random Hero League teams. These guys have probably never played together. These guys are probably not on a team. But we got a real treat for you because this is the Garrosh patch. So we are up to date. I am working on another one that's a Stukov patch. Kind of behind on that. I do apologize. But we do have a treat today because we have a Lucio, something that we normally do not see in the Hero League matchups these days. It's usually just Uther. Sometimes we still got that Malfurion, and we got the Rhaegar and the Brightwing, but Lucio, not so much. He's got a really low win rate nowadays, so you typically don't see the guy very often. Honestly, I'm not even really sure how to play him at this point. I know the first talent that this guy wins is usually a talent that I don't go. So I usually go the wall ride talent, but I'm not sure if they nerfed that. I'm pretty sure that they did. So it's kind of interesting. We got a Stitches that is going to be looking for some good hooks here, but the problem is we got a big fat old Muradin that's going to get in the way. And Muradin is a problem with the hook because he's got Dwarf Toss. He's able to just jump away, he's able to get out of trouble, and he's able to retreat pretty fairly. And the same goes for Lucio. And anyone that is captured by Stitches, Lucio is going to use his speed boost to get them out of harm's way. It looks like the team fight is brewing in the middle, but I don't suspect anyone's going to go down. It's just a 3v3, nothing too crazy. Down in the south, though, we do have a 2v1 against Genji and what's his face? Big old skeleton crab monster. I want to say a Nubarak, but I know that's not right. Oh God, what is his name? I'm gonna think of it. I'm gonna think of it one of these days, and I'm gonna really impress you guys. And not fail you like I'm doing currently. Asmodan. Good God. It's freaking Asmodan. I'm not sure why I had a brain fart. So the Butcher is on the hunt. He is trying to pursue that Asmodan, trying to get him down, but he's not going to be able to do it. He's way too close to his cannons. And that's the beauty. Oh, it looks like Jaina is a little too out of position. Even with that root, I doubt she's going to make it with that Genji in hot pursuit. Boom, baby. She goes down with some Genji shurikens to the face. It ain't no problem for the old Genji here. Butcher's going to do what he can do, but it's a 3v2. He's definitely got to get out of there because his healing is not going to heal him all the way, especially in this 4v2 scenario when Uther steps on the scene. Ain't no way this guy's going to be able to get them kills. So Sylvanas and Butcher, not sure if they make the greatest combinations, but, you know, I mean, it is what it is. They got a 3v2 down south, but it looks like the rest of the red team is doing what they need to do, is actually capture them gold doubloons. And my honest, Butch is coming in hot. He's coming in hot with the heals. He knows his team's here. Stitches is going up north. He needs to protect his team, but he is getting in a little too deep now. I think he's very uncomfortably in, but Lucio gives it a little push outward, saving his life. I'm not even sure if they could have really capitalized on it. The whole blue team is here. Jaina's up north, not with the team, so it is a 4v5. Asmodan is rotating up north, so it looks like that team fight is going to quell a little bit. And it's not going to be all the rage that I thought it was going to be. It's just going to be a regular fight. Jaina is going to try to stop the blue team from capping the coins, but they are just one away from getting that sweet, sweet turn in. You can see that the red team is going for both the siege camp and the bruiser camp on the southern end of things. They're really going to make a strong push here. I don't think Zarya is none the wiser to what's going on. The blue team just needs to grab, I don't know, a siege camp, a bruiser camp, something that can give them at least one coin. I'm not sure why they're hanging around Blackheart in the middle of the map when they could actually be investing in doing something worthwhile. But they, like I said, they do have bruisers and siege coming in hot towards that tower, and there is no one besides Zarya defending. And Zarya, let me tell you, she ain't the best defender, guys. She does have some of that AoE damage, but I mean, when it comes to bruisers and when it comes to siege, you really need someone like, God, who's on the other fin? Asmodan. He could get the job done. He's got, he can get the job done. I mean, he's pretty decent at killing things. It looks like the red team is going to get all the coins that treasure from the southern treasure chest. And Genji is doing what the Genji does best, getting in there, throwing some shurikens in people's faces, trying to hit them in the eye, and then once they get low enough, he's going to swipe in there and get a nice kill going. Zarya is putting the shield on Uther, making sure that he's a tanky healer. He's one of the tankiest healers in the game, so having a shield just accentuates that even more. The red team is getting very low. The Butch is getting low. Sylvanas is going to go down right here. She does not have that shrieking banshee teleport away. She is going to get taken down, guys, and that is another kill for the blue team. They are looking fairly well, I would say, on the kill front. However, they're not looking so good on the tower front, and honestly, on Blackheart's Bay, that's what matters. It doesn't matter how many kills you get. It matters how many forts and how many keeps you get down, which, you know, that's pretty much every game. But in Blackheart's Bay, I think it matters a little bit more, in my honest opinion. And it's mostly about the objective. It's not about the team fighting. It's about getting those precious currency to the Blackheart pirate that dwells in the middle of the map. That's pretty much all this level is. One of my least favorite levels, to be perfectly honest with you, but we don't see it a lot in professional gameplay, so I wanted to showcase it here for you guys, just in case you wanted to see it. The blue team is really taking it to the southern wall here, and they might get this fort, but it looks like, you know, the red team they are circling down south, so I think they'll be able to defend this, no problem. They do have a little minion wave that's going to stall the blue team just enough for the red team, Muradin and Lucio, to push these guys back. It looks like they are on the retreat, even though I think personally they could have pulled in a little bit deeper, maybe. It is a little bit risky, especially with Asmodan not being down there. Yeah, I think it was a safe bet for them to actually back out, in all honesty. I mean, they saw that the team could have been rotating. They had no idea what was going on, so they backed out. Stitches is going for his cleave build, or at least a semi-cleave build. It's able to get that AoE damage spread on the minions as well as the heroes, soften them up so that Genji can get in there and do some damage. Instead of the sword ability, I don't know what it's called. Blade. It's not called Blade Dash. It's called the Dragon Sword. You guys know what I'm talking about. Good God, I really need to know these abilities better. But can you blame me? There's like 700 abilities, and I'm not a professional caster by any means. So Stitches is gonna get that hook onto Sylvanas, but she's gonna Banshee teleport away. Good God, you guys are gonna roast me in the comments, aren't you? Even if there's anyone in here, you're going to roast me in the comments for not knowing every single ability and every single talent. But he didn't go Dragon's Blade. Instead, he went X-Strike, and I think that's actually not very good because I think Dragon's Blade is definitely the superior ability, and I think you guys would agree with me as well, but maybe you can capitalize on some kills because it seems like what he's really banking on is Zarya doing her special ability, absorbing everyone in the middle, and then him doing that X-Strike on top of everyone. Whew. So it looks like Sylvanas is going to go down once again. She does not have her Banshee Shriek. That's her second time going down. She's got to be a little bit more careful, especially when she's utilizing that Banshee Shriek. Not much she can really do when she gets a Uther Hammer and a Gorge. Muradin is going to go in the front, and he's going to say, "What's up, guys? You ain't got nothing on me. I got Haymaker. It's on like Kong, baby." Butcher's going to go in. He's going to get a root on Genji. Will Genji go down? He does not. He gets Divine Protection. He gets that shield, but Uther might go down. There's that X-Strike. Missing everyone. Not able to capitalize on anything, but Uther's probably going to go down here. Lucio is in hot pursuit. Stitches is feeling rather... Oh, Genji might go down, actually. I don't know if he has a quick dash. He does. He utilized it, and it looks like the red team is going to get Graviton Surge pulled into the middle, and Lucio goes down because he did overextend a little bit too much. He is not the healer that he used to be. Muradin might go down. Genji wants his nutsack so hard. He wants to fondle them little nuts, but he ain't gonna get. I'm not sure why I'm talking about nuts here. I got, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why I'm talking about nuts. I need to stop doing that. So, the team's really just poking at each other. It seemed like Stitches could have engorged Butcher, but maybe he was feeling like Butcher wasn't the right target to engorge. Maybe he wants to pull in a Jaina. Maybe he wants to pull in a Lucio. But anyone he pulls in has some decent escape. Butcher himself doesn't have that well of escape. I mean, all he can do is heal up. So maybe he is the proper target if he gets a hook and then Uther gets a good stun on him. They could do a fair sum of damage on one of those targets. Stitches does whiff on the hook, but that's okay. He's been getting some decent ones this game. Probably, I would say he's about 50-50 with those hooks. Jaina's going to lay down that Ring of Frost and trapping Zarya. Zarya's going to do that Pulse Surge, and she is going to walk away. She actually escaped Butcher's hook, or his meat post, or whatever the hell you call that ability. His lashing post, his whipping post, his torture post. One of those words is correct. I know it in my deepest heart of hearts. She was able to walk out of that. I'm not sure how she did it. I'm going to have to go back and rewatch that video. She should have got caught, in my honest opinion. So it looks like the red team and the blue team are just going to go around and get siege camps. This is something that they can definitely do while there's not really a lot to do. I mean, you can see that the red team has already taken all of the blue team's forts. If they wanted to push in a little bit further, it would be extremely risky for them. It seems like they're respecting their team, especially since they're both at level 13. The blue team is slightly ahead because I believe they have a little bit more kills. But like I said, I mean, it's not about the kills in this game. It's about the number of forts, and the red team is definitely in the lead in regards to that. Stitches and Genji are wanting to get a little tango going, but it's a 4v2, so it's not necessarily the best idea, especially since Stitches doesn't have that poop to scoop. You know what I'm saying? Some of that putrid vial to poop out. Zarya does get a Graviton Surge, a very good one. There's that X-Strike that I was talking about. Genji's trying to clean up, but he did not get the resets that he needs. No kills, so there's no resets. And he could have definitely have snowballed and capitalized on that Graviton Surge. But that's definitely the setup that they were looking for. It's just that they didn't have their full team there to really capitalize on the amount of damage that they could have gone out. Butcher might go down here. He's getting really low. Zarya, Uther, Murden's actually in a little bit too deep. He's going to go down as well, but not before Genji gets the little of his up-and-comings. Genji's a really hard one to pin down, so I'm actually super surprised that they're able to get that kill. With cyber agility and quick dash, I mean, or swift blade, it's really hard to get that guy in the right position. So Lucio's going to protect this fort, push these guys back. If he can delay this fort long enough, this is really going to accelerate the red team's ability to keep pushing because they really need this southern fort. I mean, well, they don't really need the southern fort, honestly, because they do have that boss up in the top. It's really that northern lane that's the problem. If you can get that northern lane down, that's where the money is, baby. Because if you can get that boss, and you can get that boss pushing either on a keep or on the core, and your team's able to push with that boss, that's a spicy meatball, guys. Let's look at some of the stats here. We got Genji doing what Genji does best, but you can see his hero damage isn't too much more than what Stitches and Zarya is. It's because Genji, I wouldn't say he's necessarily the best damage dealer, but he's the best. He's one of the best finishers. He's one of the best resetters. He's just like Leeming. He's able to snowball into just more kills and more kills. So you can see while his damage isn't much higher than some of the tanks, he's able to just get those resets going. Zarya's gonna defend Uther. She's gonna get that Graviton Surge, but isn't enough. It looks like Stitches is able to assist with the Gorge as well. Butcher might go down here. He's gonna get taken down by the infamous Gorge. See, that's what I'm talking about. He should have gorged that Butcher that last time that he was trying to do that. But to each their own. Oh, Jaina's gonna get hooked as well, but there isn't really anyone that's gonna be able to synergize with that ability. No one was really paying attention. It was a good hook. but no one was really able to capitalize it. Uther wasn't able to get the stun. Zarya did have a Graviton Surge, so Jaina was just able to walk away scot-free. Muradin was also there to assist Jaina, so it wasn't going to be a kill. It was a nice try, though. It looks like the blue team is going to get some... is going to get the Blackhearts, and this is why saving that southern fort from the Lucio was so important last time. Oh, Lucio might go down with the Genji's X-Strike. This is why the X-Strike is garbage, guys, because Lucio is able to zip right past that. He's going to use his barrier to get away. See, X-Strike is so unreliable. That's why you needed that Dragon's Blade to really get in there, really get in the stink, and really do the damage you needed to do. Uther does go down. It's going to... He's going to go down, but they might get a kill off of that Uther Ghost. Maybe not. I would say the blue team needs to back out. They are a little low. They don't have a healer. Genji is... They're all going to get caught right now by Butcher's meat post. Whatever you call it. I'm going to look up that ability until I call it like meat slab or something. I swear to God. Stitches goes down. Zarya goes down. This is really good. I believe the red team is going to go for the boss now that they have a little bit of a leeway. But personally, I think they should have went for that middle keep since it's so low. They could have got some real damage in on it. But notice, guys, notice in the southern portion of the map here, we have either a siege camp or a bruiser camp pushing down there on that southern keep. Now that's bad news bears for the red team, because if they lose that keep, it doesn't matter if they get the boss. If they lose that keep, the blue team officially takes the lead. And I personally think the red team, while they are behind in kills, while they are behind in levels, I personally think they're ahead in the long run. You can see down. Look, they already lost the keep. They really have to be paying attention there, because the blue team actually did take the lead. Unless this boss can do damage in the north, which I doubt it can, because the red team is not supporting that boss. It's not going to be worth their while. They really need to be supporting the boss. But they do have enough coins to turn in, which is essentially guarantees that middle fort or that middle keep. And it'll definitely do some damage either to the southern keep or to that northern keep up there. So it's a very interesting game we got going. The blue team was able to take care of that boss in the north, and I believe the red team is just going to go around and capture siege camps, and I think the blue team is just going to clear minion waves, make sure that they don't push in too deep so they can engage in some team fights. We can see here that the red team has gone. Let's see some of the heroics here. We got a lot of abilities that hinder, especially on the red team. You can see we got that silence and arrow. We got the meat post. I'm calling it the meat post. I don't care what you guys think. We got the ring of frost, and we got the haymaker. I'm not sure why you would go haymaker, but like I said, to each their own. Maybe he's looking to push that Genji away from people if Genji gets a little too close to his little squishes. That's all I can really think of. The red team has definitely gone abilities that hinder the performance of the other one. Silences, roots, stuns. It's just a mesh posh of that welling arrow was, in my honest opinion, a waste. There was no team fight engagement, and now this is when they really would like to use it, right here. It looks like Zarya's going to get a Graviton Bomb, but it's too much. Uther does go down. There's way too much damage being put on him. And it looks like Butcher's going to go down as well. Stitches does get the Engorge. And Zarya and Uther are both down. Stitches does go down as well. And this should honestly be GG right here, everyone. The red team has the ability. They have a 4-man, and they should push into that middle core because the keep is down. Everything is just wide open. They have good minion waves pushing, but it looks like they want to. Wait it out. I guess they don't want to push. They have 3 cannons pushing. They have a ton of minions pushing, but they don't want to do it. Just remember, guys, when it comes to this late in the game and you have respawn times of 45 seconds, and you have a team down like this with a ton of minions with a keep down, hit that core. Don't go for the objective. It's time to end the game, guys. But I guess they want to finish it off in some fashionable style, get as much of them style points as they can possibly muster. But what do I know? I'm not a Hero League expert. I'm just the guy that gets on here and casts the game. Not very well, not like the guys on HDC. If you want to see some real commentary, some real action, guys, go check out the guys on HDC. They're perfect, they're flawless, they'll get the job done. What I would like to do here, honestly, in my streams is more so have a personal connection with the audience. I enjoy just talking about the game. I just enjoy being affiliated with the game in general. It's really fun. So, I don't know. It looks like the red team has a few coins to turn in, but really, I mean, there's no point. Sylvanas is going to get caught out. Asmodan is going to do his minion wave, but they're just going to walk away. Genji goes down. There is a divine... I mean, the blue team is engaging. I honestly think they should back out here. The red team is way too strong at the moment. It looks like Zarya is going to put a shield on Stitches and Uther, but Stitches is eventually going to go down. And I believe Uther is going to get chased down right here. And he's going to get taken out by Jaina, who is applying the slow, and Butcher, who is doing the damage, which he probably has a ton of meat stacks. I'm not sure how many he has, but I'm sure he has a ton at this point. And this is where the red team should really finish the game off by walking into the core. But they're not. They're not doing that. They're actually backing out and turning in. So this is a prolonged game. It should have actually been over about 5 minutes ago, but the red team really wants to, at this point, I think they actually want to get the boss for whatever reason. The boss, I think, is strong enough to finish the game at this point, but look at the timers. Everyone is dead. They should really have been hitting the core right now. I mean, this is just a lesson in just ending the game. I mean, I guess the whole point of the Heroes of the Storm, guys, is to have fun, and maybe what this is what these guys are doing. I can understand a Hero League game. You're really enjoying getting that damage on everyone. Look how much damage. I mean, the red team's not really doing that much more damage than the blue team. Granted, they are doing more damage, but it's not a lot of damage. But maybe they're just having fun getting those kills, and maybe they feel very confident that they're going to win the game. I'm not exactly sure why, but I mean, look in the southern lane down there. You can see that there's a whole minion wave pushing with there's a whole minion wave pushing the red team's core, and if they're not watching out, their core could easily go down. Like I said, I'm not sure who wins this game, honestly, but you know, maybe this Hero League game was put on Hotslog. I got this game from Hotslog. Maybe it's one of those LOL games where there's Winions. Winions hit the enemy core. I'm not really too sure. But it looks like Jaina's going to clear it out. The blue team's core is at 5%, 1%. It's over. So the red team really was, in my opinion, pushing their luck a little bit too far, but they were able to claim that victory. So guys, if you did enjoy this cast, please leave a comment. Please subscribe. Please like the video. Like I said, I'm just starting out, so I literally have no one subscribed to me. But I do want to continue to grow and grow pretty well. So check out some of my other videos.